Hey guys, Nathan here, 24 Timbers of Film with Steven, and today we're going to be going and reacting to the newly released trailer of The Front Room. Steven told me that it came out or was released this morning, so we're going to give it a go, look at it. A24, I think they're probably one of the more consistent movie studios putting out movies right now. Wouldn't you agree, Steven? Like
Oh yeah,
quality
yeah.
movies.
Oh yeah, definitely,
So,
definitely, yeah.
so we're going to look at the trailer right now. We'll start it in a few seconds here and then give you our thoughts on it. So get ready, pull it
And
up,
with
Steven.
Brandy's back. Moesha's back.
All right, you ready? It started at three,
Yeah.
Steven. One,
Okay.
two, three. I'll tell you right now, like as it's starting, it's hard for me to see her in a movie and like take it seriously.
It's been a
All I
while.
think about is Moesha, and I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised to see her in it because
I'll tell you right now, I don't know what this deal is with this lady, but as soon as I saw her walking like that, I'd be like, nah, I'm out.
it looks
This
like
is already it's
that's
already
his
bad juju right here. I can tell.
that's his mom or grandmother.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
his mom.
it's his mom. Yeah, because his dad just died. Yeah. It is A24.
You know who that lady reminds me of? Remember the movie The Burbs?
Oh yeah.
Remember the family, and there's the boy that's
Mhm.
like the werewolf, and there's
I know. I know.
uh yeah, there's the doctor, and then there's like the uncle or something. He reminds me of the uncle, like the crazier one that brings that God, I can't remember his name, but you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they have the same hairstyle.
And even the face kind of looks the same.
Yeah, a little bit. That lady's from Poor Things.
So basically, she's some type of KKK or something like that.
No, I don't think so. I think
They just
she's
accused her of being a racist, and she had that paper that said the Daughters of the Confederacy.
yeah. Well, maybe she's. I don't think she's part of the KKK though.
Well, you know what I mean, racist, whatever.
It looks like she's infatuated with her baby that's about to be born, and she's like setting up Brandy as like a bad caregiver. It looks like. Looks like she's manipulating the son.
You know what it reminds me of? Like a more modern take on Rosemary's Baby.
That's what I'm getting to. Yeah. Now that I'm seeing like this last part of the trailer. She should say her name should have been Moesha in the movie. My name is Moesha. uh,
So I guess first
what,
thing,
what are
what
what are
do
your
you think?
thoughts? Yeah. Okay, I'll go. I think I'll watch it. I'm not like overly impressed, and I'm also not. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad, but I don't think it looks like amazing. I still have like my expectations will be moderate going in, like just not high but not low. I feel I'm kind of more in the like middle, like no real expectations. It looks like it could be good. It also maybe it'll be really bad, But I like seeing Brandy in it. I feel like she's someone that could have had a bigger acting career, but she decided not to go into it really. Um, she seemed
Oh
like to
man,
kind because she was a singer first. She's a
yeah,
singer first, so she went to the singer route and she had a successful career singing and all that stuff. But I don't. It could have been maybe she tried and it wasn't picking up. But I think it's kind of more like she just maybe wasn't. I don't know what her personal life was going on. She could have been having a family, maybe didn't feel like getting into acting or take it too serious, because she
yeah.
definitely
I mean,
has popularity. Like people still know her.
it's hard for me though, like to take her like as a as like it's almost like one of those things where you see like a certain celebrity in a role or a certain like movie star or even
Hmm.
just a certain singer who goes into movies, and then it's just hard for you to take that role seriously after you see that. And that's how I feel with her. to see her in that
Mm,
role, and it just makes me take it less seriously. It's like they're trying to
uh-huh.
maybe just get her audience to come in and all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you right now, just based off of the trailer alone, I probably wouldn't watch that. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it at all, but
You wouldn't
it
go to
would
the
have to be
theater.
like I probably wouldn't even go searching for it at home.
Mm,
I'd have to be one of those things where it's on one of the streaming services I have. I can't find anything else to watch, and I'm like, okay, I will give this a look. Like it looks, nothing from it tells me like, hey, this is something new and different. It just
yeah.
seems like a story that's been done a bunch of times. Add on top of that the fact that Moesha Brandy, whatever you want to call her, is in it. It's like, I don't know. It just seems like, hey, we got to make a movie, which we got to make a movie. We want to, someone recognizable, but we're also on a budget, so we can't go get some big A-list actor, that's gonna like add some oomph to it. So let's get someone that can be recognizable.
I mean that
And I'm
that
actually kind of surprised because again, I don't watch every A24 movie, but
uh-huh.
I feel like when they bring out movies, like they bring out pretty good stuff, and like they're so I don't know. If I were to see that trailer and I already didn't know it was an A24 film, I wouldn't have guessed it was an A24 film.
Hmm. No, I feel like I could kind of see the influence. But the thing is, uh, it's not. I mean, A24 is just a distributor, and they do produce some movies, and they have that recognition, and they have good taste, is what it is, more than anything.
Yeah, like
Um,
that's exactly like when I see
but
theirs,
I
I'm
think
like,
I
okay,
but
this is
I
a
think
movie worth me
they're
taking a look at.
actually I think they're actually producing, like they produced this one, if I'm correct. I have to double check, but I think they're actually like producing it and distributing. They didn't like it's not like another company made it and then they're distributing it, which is what they do a lot. But they have produced and then distributed their own movies as well, and that's what I think this one is. Um, but and I don't know that I saw that the directors
Yeah,
are Max and Sam Eggers. They're the brothers of the director of The Witch, The Lighthouse, Robert Eggers, who's started with A24. I don't know if you ever saw The Witch, or it's The Witch, but it's kind of like pronounced The Witch.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I know what you're
yeah,
talking
so
about.
he directed that movie, their brother. So this is his. I don't know if they're. I'm assuming they're younger brothers. So they wrote and directed this. So yeah, I feel like maybe they wanted Brandy. I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean, because like I'm looking at the movies that have been released by, you know,
because
A24, and I
24's
mean,
A twenty
you got
four.
everything everywhere all at once.
Mm-hmm,
Uncut Gems,
mm-hmm,
Hereditary, The Iron Claw, Moonlight, Midsommar,
yeah,
Ex Machina. So who
yeah.
knows? Maybe it will be good. Maybe it'll
Yeah.
surprise us. Just for
Also,
me, straight off.
maybe it does look familiar, like the storyline that like maybe there's stuff they can't show too much because it'll ruin the movie. So maybe like it's kind of like, well, if you're trying not to spoil stuff, it's gonna look kind of like Rosemary's Baby or stuff that you've seen before, because it's hard to maybe like do a proper trailer without spoiling it. Who knows? Um, yeah, I have moderate expectations. I
I'll be
don't.
honest though, like just looking at the trailer, I would have thought it was like for some reason it gave me like the vibe of a Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah, I kind of got the besides the Rosemary's Baby, like story wise, visually, it kind of reminds me a little bit like Hereditary meets Get Out. I kind of got that kind of like connection visually, plus the Rosemary's Baby element. But even Hereditary deals with the whole thing about her mom being part of this cult, and it looks like there's maybe something to do with that, in the
Mm-hmm.
movie. So it looks like there could be some funny moments with that lady, that old lady, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like honestly, just watching like that lady, I'd probably be like, God, I don't want to watch the Latin lady in the movie because she's just like gonna be so annoying to me. Because I could already see like
well,
how
that's probably what they want you to
she's
feel. They want you to
that's I
be in
get it.
Brandy's
I
position, be like,
I
wow, this
know.
is like a hell having your in-law, that's like cuckoo.
Yeah, I could already see that. I'll tell you right now, that lady's gonna do a good job at whatever she's gonna do in that movie. Like I can tell you
Yeah.
that right now.
Well, I know
Like
I saw
I
her in
already
that
didn't like
movie.
her just from watching the trailer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I saw her in the movie Poor Things, and she has like a small role, but in a pivotal moment of the main character's like arc. and she was good in it, you know. So I think she'll be good. But yeah, she's probably gonna be someone unlikable and get under your skin and get on your nerves, which is probably what they want. But I think like I said, I'm gonna watch it. Um, and I'll let you know if it's worth checking out. You know, when it comes out on streaming. You know, at least, or I'll let you
Yeah.
know kind of what you think of it or what I thought think of it. See if you're interested in checking it out when it comes out on streaming. Because I know your ass ain't gonna get off the fucking couch to go watch it in the theater.
Oh man, I think I'll tell you what's bothering me now that I liked it when they were doing the movies that were in theaters streaming at home, and
No, I don't
I was
like
like, I
that.
love that. Now they're not doing that, and I'm like, damn it, this is
Thank,
annoying.
thank God, because that would have killed the theater industry.
Oh, dude, I don't I prefer to watch it at home in the comfort of my own home than going out there paying overpriced freaking concessions and all that.
That's the only. That's the. I mean, that's the only thing that
Even when I try to
really
go to like the
bothers me.
fancy theaters, even when I try to go to the fancy theaters, they have the like recliners and all that, and the food and
That
all that. Dude, I end up falling asleep because I just recline my seat back and then I fall asleep. You
I
know,
mean,
so
you just have a different perspective on
just
movies.
dude, I'll take like 3 days to watch a movie because I
Yeah,
normally
and,
start watching them
and
very late.
and that's fine. Everybody has their own way, you know. It doesn't, that's fine. But I don't mind. You know, remember back in the day, movies like would take like 6 to 9 months for it to come out on DVD. You know, which is nice not waiting that long, but also I don't want it to be like where it doesn't like I, I don't want it to be too short of a time in the theater, you know. So it's kind of like the middle ground. I kind of like it when it's there
Tell
for
you
at
what,
least
I
a couple months, and then it goes on streaming. You know, I do
but
like it that it goes quicker on available to watch at home, but I don't want it to be like the same time it's at the theaters. I think that kind of is like doesn't make any sense.
I'll tell you,
At
my
least for
only
the
gripe about the
theater.
streaming services now, I feel like they're coming out with a lot of bullshit. When it comes to movies, like the quality in the last year from what they were releasing like a year and a half to 2 years ago has significantly gone down. And like I feel like now
I
I
think they've
go
been
into
coming
like
out with a lot of bullshit pretty much since like 2020
no,
and
well,
on.
this is the way I look at it. Like, remember Netflix, and it wasn't like a great movie, but it's like you could tell there was some effort behind it, like Bright stuff like that.
Mhm.
When they were releasing that kind of stuff consistently, it was like almost
Yeah,
every month you were getting one of those movies, like an original, like that they really like got
yeah,
behind. And I feel
they
like they're
did
not
slow
doing that
down.
anymore.
Well, they
Yeah,
slowed down big time. I think I forgot why, but yeah, they slowed down. Honestly, Netflix probably wishes the theaters. They probably are wishing the downfall of theaters. They don't want them to exist, from what I understand. Because they were more collaborative about like, oh, we'll put your movie in theaters because they have to. They want to have any Oscar qualifying movies. They have to go in theaters for at least 2 weeks.
see, and here's another thing. I know we're gonna get off topic from the
Yeah,
trailer
yeah,
that we
that's
just
fine.
watched,
That's
but the
fine.
Oscar thing to me, like it having to have a theater run is kind of BS. Like I think it
No.
should just be because first off, then I almost feel like a lot of times,
It's just
like the
two
movies that
weeks, and it just
yeah,
has to
but
be like
even
in LA and in New
yeah,
York,
but
like a
even then, that's BS. That shouldn't make a movie
no,
disqualify a
no.
movie. And then two,
I
like
should.
the people that pick the freaking movies, like it's horseshit a lot of times. Like what they pick, it's like it just
Granted, yes, but it's a standard in their industry, so it does.
yeah,
It's.
but it's like what I feel they should do is explain to you why they picked that movie. Because
I
what
mean,
I think what I think
it's.
is
I agree.
BS.
I wish there was more explanations or more
What I think
transparency,
is
but
what
they're
I
not
what
going to
I
do
think is
that.
BS when they're like, "Oh, this studio is creating this movie because it's going to be an Oscar." How the hell do you know the movie's going to be an Oscar contention if it hasn't been released yet?
Oh yeah, that's why they
You
call
know?
them. That's why they call certain movies Oscar bait. And sometimes there are a lot of movies that are Oscar bait fail, and then there's movies that obviously don't fail. But there's always a lot of movies throughout every year that people are like, oh, this sounds like an Oscar movie, because and then it ends
And
up not being an Oscar movie. So, but they still get it wrong. The Oscars a lot of the times, anyway. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just a bunch of freaking crap to me. Like for example, what won this year? Oppenheimer.
yeah,
Okay, so Oppenheimer won, right? And what did it go up against? Barbie? Like, which I enjoyed the Barbie movie. I thought it was fucking funny for what it was. But should
it's
Barbie really have
Barbie.
been nominated for an Oscar?
I mean, I don't think so,
Like
but
that's like I'm like, come on, guys.
well, it
You
goes
know,
up.
like
Well, now it's like 10 movies that are up for nomination. Before it used to be 5 movies, which is even more crazy, in my opinion. 5 movies, and usually it was like only one movie was actually like, good. I feel like.
okay, so for example, like Avatar, right? Like why was like the second one, right, was up
uh
for
Oh
nomination,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. I don't know
Why were
why,
they up
but
for a nomination? Because of the special effects?
they apparently thought it was a great movie. So.
Like, I mean,
Well,
like,
look, it's
like,
just like you got to look at the Oscars. It's exactly like a political campaign. It's the
yeah,
exact
and that's
same thing.
horseshit. That's such
I know,
horseshit to
I
me.
agree. I hate it, but that's exactly what it is. If you want the parallel, it's like a presidential candidate or any politician who's giving you the
Yeah, I just
who's pushing out the money for and pushing towards like Harvey Weinstein. He was notoriously known to sway voters. It was like politics. It's literally like
and that's
politics.
what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
that being like so public knowledge, how could I like it's just like a
Well,
fucking
now it's more
jack off
public.
fest.
Now it's more public
Now
knowledge. Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. Now I think it is getting better because it
It
seems like
is
it's
better.
random shit now, almost, you know.
It is a little
Um,
bit better, but it still has a long ways to go, in my opinion. But I mean, now, like, here's the one thing that they did improve. I think it's the people in the academy, because only the members of the academy can make these votes. They're a
dude,
lot
is it
younger, and it's a lot less
fucking
older,
and that's
old
it's
timers.
basically a club, you know,
It is, it is, it
and
is, it is, it is.
it's horrible because like, dude, anytime fucking Guillermo del Toro does a movie, anytime Quentin Tarantino, you know it's gonna be in a Best Picture contention, you know,
I mean,
like
not
it's
all the
just like,
time, but yes, they have a way
oh,
better shot. They have a
yeah.
way better
But
shot
like for
than most people.
example,
Yeah,
what's that movie by Guillermo del Toro that won a few years
the
ago?
Shape of Water.
Yeah, that year, Three Billboards out of Ebbing, Missouri should have won.
I
You know,
personally agree that I prefer that movie more than The Shape of Water, but I like The Shape of Water, so I wasn't mad at the win. But I agree, I thought Three Billboards was better for sure. I mean, I thought it was a better movie, but yeah,
um,
that's just it.
I
Look, once
thought like,
if
and
you
then also like, I thought The Big Short should have beat Spotlight. Even Fury
yeah,
Road, in my opinion,
I
probably
was
should have
okay.
beat
I would be
Spotlight.
okay with that. Yeah,
I remember The Revenant.
I
Hey,
like Spotlight.
Has Leo won his Academy Award yet or no? I don't even remember.
Yeah, he won for The Revenant.
Oh, he won Best Actor, right? Yeah,
For
okay.
The
That
Revenant,
was
yeah.
the year that Spotlight won Best Picture, right?
Yeah, 20. It was the 2015 year, but the Oscars are always held like the year after.
I didn't think Birdman should have won when that won.
Well,
I
okay,
fucking did.
whoa! I love Birdman, so let's not get in that territory.
I didn't think Argo was a good one.
Argo shouldn't have won for sure. I like Argo.
I
I
think
like Argo.
dude.
I really like
What do you
Argo.
think? What do you think should have won that year? Django?
Django and Chain easily, hands down.
No,
Crushed
I
it.
don't. I
Crushed it.
like Django, but I think
Crushed
Argo
it.
was a way
There was
better
not
movie.
even it wasn't even a competition in my eyes. It was
Argo's a better movie. That was one of the few ones that they got
hey,
right.
no, okay. Tell me that Argo. Who put it in the comments? Whoever watches this, what's a better movie, Django and Chain or Argo? Let me know.
Argo
Um,
overall is a better movie. Django's a great movie as well, but I think Argo's better.
yeah, well, reality doesn't agree with you. If you look at the majority of
Reality is that
here's the
Argo won.
reality. That is the reality. But the reality of public opinion is not on your side. So
Like when
I'll take
Slumdog
Django and
Millionaire
Chain.
won, Curious Case of Benjamin Mutton should have won. No Country for
I
Old
don't
Men.
necessarily agree with that, but I like both movies, but I don't agree with that necessarily.
No Country for Old Men
Benjamin
was
Button
okay.
just is like Forrest Gump, but with old man, But I like Benjamin Button. Don't get me wrong, I do like that movie, but like one that should have been like The Social Network should have won instead of that movie, The King's Speech. That should have been, and Social Network lost to that movie. That was absurd. But yeah, that's the one about the English king
Yeah,
guy
I
who
know
had
what
the
movie.
stuttering.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it
know
wasn't
what
a
movie you're talking
bad
about.
movie, but come on, it had no compared to the Social Network. I thought it was definitely not as good. So I don't know. Like I said, it's politics, and you can't take it serious. You could just watch it as entertainment or whatever, just out of curiosity. I don't really put any real uh, weight in it.
You
The
know what
only
I'm
one.
surprised won? Braveheart, because Braveheart like is a good movie, but I
Mhm.
felt like a lot of times I felt like I was looking at like a bad movie set.
Yeah.
like bad wigs and stuff like that.
I need to watch it again, but Braveheart, it's a movie that I do enjoy, but I don't ever have the urge to rewatch it. So, um, yeah, that's one of those I think in public opinions kind of like should it have won, but ended up winning. There's a lot. I think the last the last one I got right was Moonlight. That was gonna win Best Picture.
Well, one year that I think was like super tough was when it was Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, and Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah, Forrest Gump one. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways,
You
back to
know
the
what's
front
funny?
row.
Sorry, but you know the movie what was it, French or Italian? Il Postino.
Which one?
That was the Postman. It was nominated in like
Are you
in
talking about the Kevin Costner movie?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
but but was that nominated for an Academy Award?
I don't think so. The Postman? Which I still haven't
95,
seen.
because I just looked it up, and Braveheart, Apollo 13, Babe, The Postman. But then it says an Italian movie or whatever. Yeah, it's the Italian one, Il Postino. So that threw me off. So, but I think they should have put in
Oh,
The
okay.
Postman with Kevin Costner in there, because although I don't think it came out the same year, I think The Postman with Kevin Costner came out at a
No.
later time. Yeah, it came out like 3 years later.
It,
But that movie gets ragged on so bad, but it's actually a freaking good movie.
I haven't seen it, but I
The
know
the
I
one with
wanted
Kevin
it.
Costner. It gets ragged on so bad, but it's
It's a
freaking good.
Western?
Uh, Not really. I wouldn't call it a Western. It's basically kind of like a post-apocalyptic style movie
Oh,
where,
it's post-apocalyptic. So it's kind of like sci-fi
no,
futuristic a
it's not
little bit.
sci-fi. No, sorry, that's maybe the wrong term. It's
What year
the
does it
world
take
is kind of
place?
falling apart. The world. I don't
Okay,
remember what year it takes place.
okay, if it's a post-apocalyptic,
2013, and it was made in '97.
okay, so it's a
But it's
post-apocalyptic
not like
sci-fi.
post-apocalyptic. But it's not post-apocalyptic where it's like sci-fi shit. Where it's just the world has crumbled, and he is basically
Well, that's
a kind of like a
post-apocalyptic Western or something. Post-apocalyptic
yeah, but
Western.
it has nothing to do with any freaking crazy like paranormal shit or anything like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that. And basically the world has crumbled, and he's just like a drifter, and he finds a dead mailman. So he's trying to get into a town, and the towns are very guarded because there's few and far between, and people are always trying to raid him. And he says, "Oh, I'm a mailman, and I have mail." That's how
Yeah.
the lie that he gets in, and they're like,
Okay, yeah.
"Oh, so the postal service is back in," and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, blah 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 blah. President is trying to get it back together," and so people start believing his lie, and he kind of invest in the
Gotcha.
lie.
Gotcha.
And then next thing you know, like Lawrence Tate is in it and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
like it a lot.
I need to watch it. It's been on my watch list, and I know you've told me before that it was good. So yeah, I need to watch it. And but just so you know, heads up, it is a sci-fi movie because it takes place in 2013 when the movie was made in 1997. So that
That's
qualifies
a
as a sci-fi movie.
that's ridiculous because it's not
Science
science
fiction.
fiction though.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel like for it to be considered a science fiction, it has to have an element of what
of what?
can be true, because it doesn't add like any elements of like crazy shit. It's normal.
That
Like
could be true.
there's no
Does-
futuristic element to it. I feel like for it to be a sci-fi movie, it has to have something that
But
gives it that futuristic element.
you don't think no, it doesn't have to be flying cars or spaceships.
No, but like nothing that you see there, you can say, "Oh, that's futuristic."
Yeah, it's futuristic. It's post-apocalyptic. That's a
Literally, just
futuristic.
the fact that they say it's in the future is what makes it like.
There
But
you
like,
go.
yeah, it's futuristic, but futuristic doesn't have to make it sci-fi.
Sci-fi's fluid, dog. It's very fluid.
No, I disagree with that. I would not call that a sci-fi movie at all.
It's probably not the forefront of the genre of that movie. Like I wouldn't.
Oh my god! Now you're gonna go into like a fucking 20 layers of it could be this, it could be that, it could be
Yeah.
this, like a fucking 40-year-old virgin, romantic comedy crap you were trying to sell me on the other day.
Okay, it's not a sell; it's a fact. But like it's probably more. You just call it a post-apocalyptic film. Yeah. But yeah.
Let's get back to the freaking trailer.
Okay.
So,
all right, quick. Let's end it. Let's wrap this up. So the front room. What was your verdict on the trailer? The way it was cut.
I'm not watching it based off of the trailer. I didn't think the trailer did a good enough job.
So you didn't think the trailer was edited well or done cut together well?
Here's the thing. I expect good editing for every trailer, and for editing to be the determining factor for me to watch a movie, is very, very small because I expect it's like a standard that I expect
Mhm.
at all times.
Like
So
have
to
good
me,
sound in a movie, yeah. Like
yeah,
it
to
sound
me,
good
what's
clean.
to me, what's yeah, like to
Uh,
me, what's gonna make the determining factor is the portrayal, the story, and
mhm.
how they kind of
The
encapsulate that into a
actors.
2 minute, yeah, the actors into 2 minutes or however long the trailer is, right?
Mhm.
So for me, acting wise, nobody there that grabs my interest, right? Story
Mhm.
wise, it seems like it's a story that's been told plenty of times before, so it's
Mhm.
nothing original there. So again, is it going to be bad? No one, you don't know. If I
Mhm.
had to bet based on the trailer, I'd be like, it's going to be a standard movie. So am I going to spend time at going to a movie theater to watch that? Definitely not. Hell, I'm probably not even going to watch it at home unless you tell me like I need to watch this. So I'm not gonna. I'm not. For me, it's a no. It didn't touch any buttons for me.
It's a pass for you. Like you're
Yeah,
not gonna
100%.
you're not really you're kind of gonna just wait to see like if anybody gives you word of mouth recommendation on it or something like that.
And even if someone gives me a word of mouth recommendation, I'd be like, I don't
But
know,
even then,
man.
you're not like
Yeah,
the story doesn't even really grab you. You're not really into
yeah.
that type of demonic cult stuff, right?
It's not even that. It's not even that. Like, I love The Conjuring. I think Conjuring's a great movie.
That's more like a
Um,
ghost spirit movie. This looks like more of a cult. Like they're trying to
the
get.
original Rosemary's Baby is a good one.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that is a great
that
movie.
kind
Yeah,
of stuff. So to me, this just doesn't. It just doesn't do anything
yeah.
to me. Maybe they would have grabbed a better actress, like like that. What's the girl from Us?
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah, somebody like that. I mean,
Uh,
I think she's a great actress. Um,
I mean,
but it's just hard.
I don't think Brandy looks bad. I think it's just kind of like it's hard. Like you said, I
But
get what
I
you're
look
saying.
at
It's
her and
hard
I
to.
see freaking Brandy. I
Yeah,
see her from. I still know what you did last summer.
and
Like
I wish you would just like put her full name, not just Brandy.
no, they do. It says Brandy Norwood, I think.
No, it just says Brandy on the poster.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought it said Brandy Norwood.
yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
just one of those things, man. It sucks for people because they get caught up in a stigma, right? But it's just like you can't get out of it sometimes, and I don't
I
think she's gonna be able to get out of it ever.
I think I'm more interested in watching this more out of curiosity than me being like, oh, this looks like super great to watch. I think more out of curiosity is what it doesn't look terrible and it doesn't look horrible or anything like that. So I'm just kind of more hoping that it's better than what the trailer is giving us. I don't think the trailer is bad, but I also feel like it doesn't do enough to really like sink its hooks in. But I'm in because I'm curious. So yeah, I don't. I'm not. I wouldn't disagree that it
And
wasn't.
curious and seeing something that seems like it's a movie you've seen like 5 times before already.
No, I'm curious more like what are they going to do with this story that's been told before? Can they add anything fresh to it? Because at the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. It's the way you execute the story and what you add to it that can make it feel original. But there's nothing truly original. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because of A24. I do like their brother Robert Edgar's films, so I'm gonna give those two guys a chance, the filmmakers. So to see if they have the same talent as their brother. Um, so yeah, their brother is coming out with a movie this year too called the Nosferatu remake. So we'll see how that is. Um, but yeah, which will probably be a trailer that we'll definitely react to because that will be coming out, I think, soon. The trailer.
All right. Well, there you go. Let us know what you think about the trailer. Are you going to be watching it? Are you going to watch it in theaters? Are you going to wait till it's on streaming? Let us know. Thanks for watching this 24 Chambers of Film. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Helps the channel. Appreciate it.